Best say the best for last. We might be hollering at each other on this one. The community accountability. What are some of the issues we could get better at as a community?
Uh, it's what you're saying is kind of impossible. It's like talking to a ghost because we're all part of the community. It's like talking to your hand to do something to be better. You got to talk to the brain. To but the body of the community is so big.
Mm.
Uh, how can you say without the resources, stop robbing people, stop being violent, and you
So
are
you
not
think
giving
you,
them
you, you still think
alternatives?
people? Do you think it'll be less crime if there was more resources available? You think it'll be less crime, or you think people still will be robbing people? You think it's like a nature thing, or is that a resource thing?
No, it's a resource thing because black people in general, because we're talking about a community, don't commit crimes for thrills and stuff like that.
Are you
They
serious? The
do it for a
scammers.
reason.
You think the scammers do that for the thrill? The scammers?
No, they do it for resources. They want what you get. That's why
Right.
they're robbing you. You
Mm.
know, even the drug dealers I know, they didn't sell drugs. They went on a corner because it was fun. They wanted their money.
Some dudes are crazy. Some dudes are maniacs. They
I don't
just
know
don't.
them.
Yeah. You know 'em, you don't want to say it. You know 'em, you don't want to
I
say it.
don't know.
What do you think, Bill?
That man, like, I agree. Then I don't want. It kind of sounds like I be saying the same thing, but I do agree. Like when the money ain't flowing, the money ain't there. People do some strange things, and yeah, it's people that's out here that's strange and anyway. But at the end of the day, people be needing certain type of resources like all the time, and the best way to put it is like you have to change everything that not change everything, but you have to change so much that was taught beforehand to see the real change. It might not happen in our lifetime.
Oh, for sure, 100%. I agree.
Yeah, and
But the-
another thing I like and I don't like about our community, it makes sense on paper, but it don't really make sense in real life. So
Mhm.
what we do as individuals, we try to do that to the group. That's that's not effective. So an individual looks in the mirror first, look
Hmm.
at himself before he try to tell anybody else to do right. I'm
Right.
gonna do right myself. I'm gonna learn, and then I'm gonna tell you to learn. You know, you
Do
can't
you
do
think the
that.
community use that as a cop out though?
You know,
Like you
you
gotta look at yourself in the mirror before you come tell us. You think they use that as a cop out?
now they use that as yeah, it's a cop out tonight. Well,
Not a
we
topic.
we can't let them we can't get better unless we do this to ourselves and then we treat ourselves better, then they'll treat us better. No, we can't look at what they're doing. No, they killing, robbing, raping in their community, but y'all don't see that. We gotta look at ourselves first. Don't look at what they're doing. You gotta look at everything. And you can't just it's just it's just hard to address these issues.
And and I don't think it's a cop out because they trying to tell you what's going on. Like we might not have been in the streets in years. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I feel you.
So when the young folks try to tell us what's going on in the communities right now, you gotta start listening to them. Like not everybody is on that entitlement type of stage. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying after you listen to them and you say, "Hey, I got a strategy for you. If you try it, it'll probably help you."
Yeah,
Like what
but
I'm saying, after you listen, what's next? After you listen,
yeah, but when you listen to them, you gotta listen to understand, not listen to figure out what you
But I'm
thinking.
saying after you listen and understand, what's next?
You have to listen to understand. So once you listen to understand,
Hmm.
then you can navigate the in a certain path that you're like, okay, yeah, now you're gonna thrive. Like certain people you can say, like, hey man, you do this, do this. Some people be like, boy, you know you fucking up. Excuse my language. Boy, you know you fucking up. Your mama ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Dad ain't even there. That and there's certain people you can talk to them like you ain't gotta sugarcoat it. And that's where we at in this generation now. Like you don't have to sugarcoat everything. Like you figure out like who that person is. It's a difference between when you talking to somebody and then let me talk to them. And not only would I be able to talk to them, you know what? Let me sit back and listen to them. Cause that's all they want is somebody to listen to them and don't interrupt them. Like, no. And then when you listen to them, don't interrupt them. You have to really listen to them, and then you break it down in your head to be like, hey, man, that kid he going somewhere, or she going somewhere, and they just be wanting people to talk. They want somebody to listen to them, hear them. Cause that's all we be wanting in this world. Somebody listen to them, talk to them, like, and I get like as far as spirituality and the Bible, I get it, and that's when you'll be able to talk to them a little bit later. But Shorty can't eat no books,
Boy,
You can have integrity though, till you start
and
eating.
yeah, you can, yeah, and that's one of them things. Like if
but
somebody, yeah, my bad,
integrity ain't gonna keep you warm and ain't gonna fill up your stomach.
Keep you out of jail.
yeah, but for some people that's their only option.
Okay.
No, and that's what I'm saying.
That's,
Like
yeah, that's
it's
fine.
it's it's okay,
It
but it
sounds
ain't.
good
No,
till they go. Then you realize that it sounds good.
it's not okay, and that's where I would like
It's
you have.
risk every time you open your door.
Yeah, you have to be careful. Like we like, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah. That's how you feel. Like that's how you feel.
I don't
Like
want nobody to go to jail, man. I wouldn't. I mean,
yeah, but that's how I'm
when you
telling you.
get in
Like
the legal system, that's one of the hardest things to get out of is the legal system. When you get in there,
so, just imagine you times five at a young age. That's how you have to look at this stuff. Like they be
well, the thing
wanting,
those people don't realize too, they don't realize we probably been in that situation. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah.
And then when you tell them how you got out, they'll still doubt it. Like, nah.
yeah. But you
But
have
see, nah, like getting down ain't good enough for the younger generation.
I
Having a
get it.
house, having family, um, it ain't glamorous. I ain't in jail, but I ain't driving a Lamborghini.
Right.
So they
yeah,
consider me a
Let me
fee.
ask y'all this: are we partly responsible as a community for our
yes,
economic climate?
yes.
Yeah, everybody get a piece in the part to play, but you are not responsible for others, even as a community.
Sure.
You carry your weight, and I carry mine.
But do you think the majority didn't carry their weight, and that's why we kind of in a tough economic
No,
climate?
Yeah, yeah, yes and no. Nobody did anything extraordinary, and the people that made it out didn't help enough. There's some people that made it didn't help at all, and
yeah.
then some people just didn't make it.
What is help in that situation, though? Well, how
I don't
much
know.
help?
See, if I
Yeah.
had these answers, I would solve the whole
Right.
Because when
community.
you think about when people like
Like
Ernest Green and them went to school, why shouldn't be more
this
pushing to do a
because
college? or go to college back then? What was
Like I'm one of them ones that I didn't. If I wasn't going to college on a scholarship, I didn't want it because I recognized that back then. Um, so I decided to get a trade.
right?
Like that's what I love. I was like,
But
man,
it was a lot of dudes back in the time. They didn't even do that. That's what I'm saying. They didn't even do that.
yeah, but
Yeah, but it's like so they're the problem, I guess, right?
no, it ain't no problem because just because they didn't do it, that doesn't mean they wasn't helping. Like people have to take a step back. Like
It's
this is
supposed
like
to everybody.
yeah, this is like 20 some years. You know what I'm saying? 20,
So when you
25,
think,
30
so when
years.
you think about the drug epidemic, right?
Yep.
The people who first did it, do they have to take some kind of responsibility? Be like, why would you try something that's not natural, like with crack,
Oh,
cocaine? Like, why would you
So
try it?
so what is my part to play? Like what am I supposed to do? I didn't smoke crack. I didn't sell crack. So
No, I'm
how am I
saying as a
helping the
community.
community?
We talking about as a
Hey,
community,
no,
though.
as a community, see, what am I supposed to do about crack?
Right.
I'm not the one who did it. I'm not the one
Right.
who smoked it. So why did they have
I
to
guess what
do
I'm
with
saying
my
is, but
community?
as a community, though, you think about communities that this, like, how many years have Oak Street been like that? From like Asher on
it
back to
was
12th
it
Street. How long
it
has that neighborhood been like that for?
it wasn't like that at first, right?
About 10 years, 20?
It's been for a long time.
No, listen, because it wasn't like that at first, right?
But what happened?
What happened was the party drug became a real drug.
So I'm saying the responsibility. Why are you
But
trying drugs though?
listen. When a
So
party
you saying it's
drug,
okay to try drugs? You saying it's
No,
okay to try
I'm
drugs?
just it's
no,
like, is it okay to make mistakes? What how can we be perfect and
But
it's looking back and casting the blame
so
on who or
why did
why?
you never try
if
cocaine? Why did you never try cocaine? Common
The,
sense, right?
yeah.
if I
So
So
was
what
if I
makes the
was
person override common sense?
but
no
if we had the answer to the question X, the question is X, because we're trying to solve for X. Because I'm gonna call it
No, I'm
answer X.
saying
If
what
we
I'm
had the
saying
answer,
is
how was that
not
helpful?
just off. I'm just saying how the community went down. Nobody want to talk about how the community kind of declined
But if
slowly.
we were talking about that and we do the answer to X, how would that help?
like for real. Like if you know this shit, excuse me, Joe. Now you got me turned up now. Hey man, if you know this stuff, like you have to go back. Now if you're speaking it from your older self,
Yeah.
it's different. But when the kid that was sitting next to in class, you wouldn't even know his parent or her parent was on drugs. What? Why they making A's and B's the whole time? And if you didn't go to like
Some parents you could tell. If you around them, you could tell. Like they
no,
never
Hey,
there.
you
not
They
the
always around.
parents,
no,
not the
you can't.
parents.
Yeah, you can.
Because they were good mans. And guess what? We are looking at it from a position of privilege.
Mm,
That we didn't smoke crack or that we didn't
mm,
sell crack.
So
Privilege. Guess
so
how much
take the,
privilege you
mm.
have? Because crack was the option for you. Could you
It was.
imagine somebody
so
like
when
being
does it
so?
become an
Can you
option? You
imagine
choose to do
somebody?
crack. Do you choose to do crack? Yes or no?
This,
Can,
yes, you always
could you
do.
imagine living a life that's so dark that crack is the light?
Mm.
Can you?
You don't have to choose it. It's
No,
option.
no,
It's the
no.
option.
Can you imagine a life like that? That where crack is the way, the truth, and the light. Can you imagine a life like that?
Mm-mm. They
You
make total
never
sense.
could even imagine. There's somebody else's reality. And now we're
Man,
trying to
I
say, why did they make that
why?
choice? We can't even
Why?
imagine.
yeah.
Like
You can't ask that
Right.
question. The mindset. I think that's how to get to
It,
the answer. It's like we don't want to talk about it, but you don't
like,
want to get to the answer. Like, how does a person override the common sense and
But
say,
no,
how?
you skipped over
Well,
everything. You
their
"Why would I skip over?"
reality makes that a legitimate way out, and knowing
Okay.
the answer, can they help us?
and like what we're saying is like we always thinking right. And I'm from the area, been around this
So you saying
whole
you smoke
time.
crack? You saying you smoke crack?
No, I ain't smoke crack.
No, I'm messing with you. I know I'm messing with you. You say you from the area. I thought you said
I'm
like
from no, I'm from the area because I did make a lot of money.
I
Not
thought you said you was a
selling.
bad drug dealer. I thought you said you was a bad drug dealer.
Listen, if you let me talk, I didn't have to sell it. But what I'm saying is like the 4 or 5 year old me to 7 year old. People don't you don't realize that like people had to go through that. Like if I was telling you like, hey, that's what they told me. Hey, I give you this, run it over there. I'm gonna give you $10 every time you do it.
So let
Every
me ask
time.
you this. Let me ask you this. Your grandparents that was politicians and doing great. What kept them from doing that? And they grew up in the hood, right? What kept
I
them from
would
doing it?
I wouldn't know.
They had a
I wouldn't
better
know.
circumstances
I
sense
would.
than a crackhead.
They
But there are
was
some people that grew up in the same area as them. They
that
didn't
no
do
no
it
no
though.
no no.
And yet another
Listen,
person did.
listen. Because I only want only I could say like that's what I had to go through because my grandparents that did that
Right.
wasn't who I was around, and then the one that I was around during that time. Hey, I'm from a single parent household,
You and me both.
and this shit is different. Like people either acting like, hey man, from the time I was 3 to 7, I remember everything, and probably a little bit before. But
Yeah.
this ain't no. I ain't trying to get no documentary, none of this type of stuff. That's why, like when it comes to certain stuff, like I get what everybody's saying, but you got to get where I'm trying to lead you to because people make excuses why you gotta be a fucked up individual the whole time.
Yeah.
If you was a fucked up individual because oh my daddy wasn't there, shit, my daddy wasn't there either. That didn't
That
give me an excuse.
right. Yeah.
That didn't give me an excuse to be no to treat people wrong, no matter where I am at in life. You know what I'm saying? Cause I know I had a fucked up childhood, uh, middle, and high school.
Mm.
And that's where I said, man, people use excuses why they treat people bad. Like, man, don't think
Nah, I wouldn't
because
use
you
this excuse. Mm-mm.
yeah, don't think because you change your shit. Don't think karma gonna come back. You gotta be and you gotta be prepared for it.
You gotta read what you saw, man.
For sure. But
Right?
I think we can do with this question just up the levels, up the bottom self and up the high self.
Yeah.
Like so you can ask what's separating me from a crackhead. Well, let's ask from the other perspective. What's
Mm,
separating me from being Tyler Perry?
mm,
Because that's how far it is.
mm, mm.
Why
I think
couldn't I be a billionaire?
too
Just the
when people
same
say
reason why couldn't he be a normal person, not a crackhead?
I think the thing that intrigues me the most when you hear them say they put crack in the neighborhood, but just because they put something in, I mean you have to pick it up. I guess that's what I'm saying. Like, what makes you so curious that you got to pick that up?
That sounds like privilege more than it is understanding, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so they're living a life where they do drugs. Like they have a joint every now and then, no problem. They do what some people do, acid, LSD, PCP, and then this is a new drug. Let's try the new flavor of Coke. It's Crystal Pepsi. Let's try it. And
Yeah.
you jumped in, but they couldn't jump back.
Boy, it
You
couldn't
know.
jump out. No, 100%.
Do y'all remember when crack first hit?
I remember when I was a kid, but I remember, yeah. Like
Yeah,
80
I
something, like 83,
remember.
probably
I
right on born,
remember.
like 83, 84.
I remember hearing about crack, and then I got memories of seeing active crackheads.
Okay, my dad,
I,
he lives in every project. So he stayed in Highland Court with one of his baby mamas. He stayed in Granite Mountain. That's when it was really crazy. Granite Mountain, man.
Me and my brother was in elementary.
Yeah.
We wasn't even attracted to girls like that because we were so young. But we knew this woman. She was so pretty.
Mm.
Just crazy pretty. Like no makeup, like that 80s,
Yeah.
90s pretty.
Yeah.
And she started smoking rock.
Yup.
And the decline was scary. Like
Yes.
we didn't want to be around her.
Yes.
We didn't know what she was gonna do, say, act. I can remember how she smelled when she wasn't on it and just wanted to be in her presence
Yeah.
as a child. Not sexually, but and
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
I
what you're
just
saying.
remember her being so scary when she started smoking that stuff. And her boyfriend sold the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I like what we saying is I
I ain't
was
seen the crackhead in my personal life in years.
yeah,
Yeah, I ain't nothing out there with y'all at. Nah, I
yeah,
ain't too much
this,
out there with y'all at. Yeah. I see
but
him all the time.
and that's what I was saying. Like the epidemic and what went on back then. Like Mike, you have to be really, really grateful
Really.
because you seen some.
Never said I wouldn't. I'm just saying,
No,
like, these people to realize, like, these kids to
no,
realize the choices that you make in life, you can,
yeah,
it can repeat. History can repeat itself if you don't
yeah,
understand what happens, right? If you don't
Yeah, you're right.
understand,
It's new crackheads every day, and it's crazy.
yeah, that's all I'm
but
saying.
but what you're missing is what I'm trying to say is like I got some of my best knowledge and best game from crackheads, right? Because I never did it, never, but I've been around this shit my whole life.
I mean, yeah, like we haven't either. Like, you don't think?
Yeah,
I think
no,
everybody has been touched by that.
I'm not saying
Yeah,
that nobody hasn't.
I think everybody's been touched by that, bro.
I'm not saying that nobody hasn't.
But you're saying like you can't see why they made them choices, or your life is different from theirs.
No, 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 no. I'm trying to get to the mindset. Like, how do you get to that point? I'm not judging it. I'm just
Yeah,
saying, so
can't
how do you get to
even
that point to
I
where
can't
it don't
even see from that perspective. I don't
kind of like a
understand.
psychologist, I guess, like a psychologist. How do you get to the point
Yeah,
to where common sense is gone? You're not even thinking about,
You
like
ask
what's going
some
on.
person.
Yeah,
yeah, and that's what
that's
I'm
what I'm
saying.
saying.
Like I went to that university,
Because it seems like it's a majority of people that's doing that than the minority.
but
And then when the majority of the community goes downhill, that's when the community start going downhill because the
no,
minority
but
can't hold it up.
that's what I'm saying. Like the in between, and people miss that. Um, when you had uncles, aunties, cousins, whatever, they probably smoke crack. They probably wouldn't tell you that because it was a
You can
party
tell
girl.
though. You can
They were
tell.
No,
Some of
you
them
can't.
kept it secret until they
Man,
couldn't.
stealing
You
stuff.
can't.
Big mama,
No,
like Big
it,
Mama hiding all this. Like if you touch Big
it
Mama stuff,
no,
she gonna hit you with that
it's
skillet.
some
I
it's
gotta go.
it's
All right,
some
bro.
people.
We finna
Yeah,
get off too.
yeah. It was some people that did it. They would never mention it again. But at the end of the day, like, we don't judge nobody. Like,
Nobody judge anybody. I'm just trying to talk about the mindset. Like, get these kids to realize, like, you think you're so far from it, but you don't realize you're really close to it. You
yeah,
just one choice away. That's it.
yeah,
Nobody
yeah.
judging.
But and that's why I say, like, man, when you say one choice away,
Yeah, one choice.
you gotta really be careful.
Why?
You have to. Why I say
How many choices do it take to get a rock in your hand and
it,
smoke it?
it
How many choices? You think it's
like
just one choice, or you think it's a series of choices?
the drugs that they on now, it ain't even about a rock.
But I'm saying you got to go buy it. You got to go get it.